Section 7 of our charter reads, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and the right not to be deprived thereof, except in accordance with the principles of fundamental justice. And the courts have interpreted that as a really strong law. And, some of the strongest law is the, medical marijuana cases, where people legitimately relied on cannabis to manage serious health conditions, and the courts had to bend on that. But what we've learned with COVID is that the charter really has become worthless because of Section 1. And Section 1 reads, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in it. Now, we stop there, great. Okay, so the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in it. If it stopped there, great, but the mischief follows. Subject only to such reasonable limits prescribed by law as can be demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. And courts have interpreted that as basically, so a court will say, yeah, you violated this section of the charter and that section of the charter, but it's demonstrably justified in these circumstances, and say, so there's no remedy. And I mean, that section has slowly and now completely made our charter, for all intents and purposes, useless. So as as a constitutional document guaranteeing rights, it has the shortest lifespan of any one in history. I'm a constitutional lawyer. I think we'll all 100% agree in Canada that the charter is just useless, that those rights are meaningless.
Yes.
And so I mean, I'm not hopeful. And then the court cases take years and years and years, and the government makes them expensive as possible and basically tries to exhaust you financially, spiritually, and emotionally before you can even get there. And they'll just throw expert after expert after expert. And if you lose, you're actually liable for the expert's costs.